English Edge podcast.
From Learn English with Ease.
Jack, have you ever thought about how the smallest habits we do every day can actually shape our entire future? I mean, we always talk about big goals, like starting a business, getting fit, or learning a new language, but no one really talks enough about the power of consistent, tiny actions. Imagine brushing your teeth for just 2 minutes every day. It feels like nothing in the moment, right? But skip it for weeks, and suddenly you're facing serious problems. Now, apply that same logic to bigger goals. Daily habits are the building blocks of success, and yet most people ignore them because they seem too simple or boring.
You're absolutely right, Emma. It's like the compound effect. Let's say someone decides to read just 10 pages of a book every night. That's not much. But over a year, they'll have read over 3,600 pages. That's like 12 or more full books. It's the same with learning English. People want to become fluent fast, but they often underestimate the power of practicing a little bit every single day. Even just 15 minutes of speaking or listening practice can lead to fluency over time. But people give up too soon because they don't see instant results. It's the daily commitment, those small efforts, that bring massive change in the long run. People want to become fluent fast, but they often underestimate the power of practicing a little bit every single day. Even just 15 minutes of speaking or listening practice can lead to fluency over time. But people give up too soon because they don't see instant results. It's the daily commitment, those small efforts, that bring massive change in the long run.
Exactly. And I think part of the problem is we live in a world that celebrates the end result but not the process. We see someone who is successful and assume they just got lucky or had some major breakthrough. But behind every overnight success, there are often years of boring, consistent, daily effort. It's not glamorous to wake up early, drink water, write down your goals, and get to work. But those are the habits that lead to long-term success. We all want the rewards, but few are willing to commit to the routine that gets us there. It's honestly a mindset shift. Seeing value in the small, not just the spectacular.
That's a really powerful point, Emma. It's like planting a seed. You don't plant it today and expect a tree tomorrow. You water it, give it sunlight, protect it from pests, and wait. And while nothing seems to happen above the surface for a while, roots are growing underneath. That's exactly how good habits work. They might feel invisible at first, like you're not making progress. But over time, your mindset, your discipline, your skills, they all grow. And suddenly one day, people look at your results and think it happened overnight. But you know it was those invisible days, those quiet routines that made it happen.
And here's the interesting thing. Bad habits work the same way, but in the opposite direction. Skipping one workout doesn't make you unhealthy. Eating one donut doesn't ruin your diet. But do it repeatedly, and you'll start to see negative results. It creeps in slowly. Just like small good habits lead to success, small bad habits, done consistently, lead to failure. That's why self-awareness is so important. You have to notice the tiny things you do every day. Are they pushing you forward or pulling you back? That one decision to scroll for 30 minutes on your phone could have been 30 minutes of learning something new.
That's a hard truth, but it's so necessary to hear. And I think a great tip for anyone watching right now is this. Don't try to change everything at once. Pick just one small habit to improve. Make it so easy that you can't say no to it. Like instead of saying, I'll study English for 1 hour every day, which might feel overwhelming, say, I'll speak one sentence aloud every morning. That's manageable. And once you do that for a week, you can add more. Success builds momentum. When you prove to yourself that you can keep one promise, it becomes easier to keep the next one.
Totally agree, Jack. I've even read studies showing that the habit of keeping promises to yourself, no matter how small, actually builds your self-esteem. When you say you'll do something and then you actually do it, your brain begins to trust you. You develop confidence, and that confidence spreads into other areas of life. You feel capable. You start thinking, hey, if I can do this, maybe I can do more. That's how powerful daily habits are. They don't just change what you do, they change how you see yourself. And that's the real transformation.
And the best part? You don't need motivation every day when you have habits. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. But habits are automatic. You don't have to feel excited to brush your teeth, right? You just do it because it's part of your routine. Imagine reaching that point with English speaking or fitness or productivity. You just show up. You just do it. And that consistency removes so much stress. You don't waste energy deciding whether or not to take action. You've already built it into your day. That's freedom in a way. Less decision fatigue, more results.
Honestly, I think the biggest mindset shift we can offer to our viewers is this. Success isn't about doing one big thing right. It's about doing thousands of small things right, consistently, with patience. So if someone watching today feels stuck or overwhelmed, remember this. You don't need to change your whole life overnight. Just change your morning. Just change one habit. Start small, be consistent, and trust that over time, the results will come. Because they will. Your habits today are designing your future, whether you realize it or not.
That's so beautifully said, Emma. And to all of you watching, here's a challenge. Pick one habit right now that you want to build. Maybe it's speaking one sentence of English aloud every morning. Maybe it's journaling your thoughts for 5 minutes. Maybe it's drinking a full glass of water when you wake up. Start today and do it again tomorrow and the next day. Track it. Celebrate it. Make it part of who you are. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be consistent. Let your habits do the heavy lifting, and the results will follow.
Yes, and if you found this conversation helpful, make sure to like the video, leave a comment with the habit you're committing to, and subscribe for more conversations like this one. Every week, we bring you powerful English speaking practice with real-life topics to improve your skills and your mindset. Let's build better habits, speak better English, and become the best version of ourselves, together.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. Remember, small changes, big results. This is Learn English with Ease, and we'll see you in the next video. Keep growing, keep speaking, and never stop learning.